Our chat with Coach Luke. Today's topic is my thoughts on the paleo diet. Okay, now I've done a video on the keto diet. Paleo, kind of similar in a way, a bit more of a higher fat, high protein, whereas keto is obviously higher fat, lower protein, lower carb. Myself, done paleo when I was first introduced to CrossFit actually. It was about 4 or 5 years ago now. Paleo was all the rage, obviously linked with CrossFit being the end-all diet, okay, for basically for healthier health factors. And look, paleo is a great diet, okay, I can understand it. Whole idea about it is eating as our ancestors supposedly ate back in the day, so basically eliminating predominantly grains, okay, and processed foods. Processed foods I can totally understand. Still to this day I don't eat a lot of processed foods, but I do implement a lot more grains into my diet now, okay. The number one reason for that, if you are a CrossFitter, that's your average Joe CrossFitter as well, okay? But basically, if you're doing CrossFit, guys, CrossFit is a glycolytic sport, alrighty? Which means you need glycogen to be able to perform, to do CrossFit, okay? It's very high intense most of the time. Can be low intense, but most of the time is a very high intensity sport, okay? Doing a lot of whole body movements, heavy weights, and like I said, at a high intensity, okay? So you need glycogen, right? Glycogen, carbohydrates. We need carbohydrates to provide us with fuel to perform these glycolytic movements, okay? Now, I fell in that trap, like I said, doing paleo when I first started CrossFit, and don't get me wrong, the first, I can't even put a time frame to it, but let's say 6 months, you feel great, okay? You feel great doing paleo because you've obviously eliminated certain foods which may cause you issues, okay? Now, before paleo, I was playing rugby league. I wasn't really watching what I ate, okay? I just sort of would eat anything, whereas coming to more of a sport like CrossFit, trying to eliminate as much inflammation as you can. So obviously I didn't eat much processed foods then when I started CrossFit, and paleo was a big part of that, okay? But what I did find was that I did start to burn out, okay, because I was eliminating my carbohydrates, eating more of a high protein, high fat diet, okay? So a bit more of a lower carb, so I just didn't have those glycogen reserves in me. Now, I think your body can make glycogen, but you still need to be providing your body with some form of carbohydrate, okay? Fast track to today, I'm eating more of a higher carbohydrate diet now. Like I said, I've implemented grains, still don't eat much processed foods. And then with my grains, I keep it really simple, okay? But I think if you're going to be doing CrossFit, guys, paleo probably not the best option. As far as food choices, definitely with the paleo side of things, has a lot of credit and merit to it as far as eating more veggies, eating meats, things like that, okay? Even with the nuts, I would be careful of too much polyunsaturated if you're a male with testosterone, but that's a totally different topic. So paleo can be great, but if you're doing CrossFit, I would be implementing more carbohydrates into your diet, alrighty? So paleo in that sense is probably not the best thing for you, alright? Your average Joe who isn't doing a glycolytic sport like CrossFit, paleo can be awesome, okay? Can really help with your health factors, alright? Making you a lot healthier and reducing inflammation and things like that, okay? But if you're a CrossFit athlete or want to be a CrossFit athlete, or if you're doing CrossFit, guys, paleo, I recommend, is not the best diet for you. I'd be sticking to more a higher carbohydrate diet, okay? And obviously tracking your calories by doing that. That is all in the paleo diet. Catch up with Coach Luke.